Welcome to Becoming Daily. This is the place where I'll figure out how to win my hardest inner battles, and then I give you the exact tools so you can win yours. This is episode number 3. So last week I did this very first exercise. I've done it. I'm ready to share all the good and bad, the things that worked for me and the things that did not work for me. And I will also let you know already, last week, as I was doing this exercise, I had 2 panic attacks. What I wanted to do is regain control over my mind and the way that I react to panic. I'm not trying to get rid of panic. I think there's good forms of panic. Sometimes you need to do something. But I think here, what I'm trying to do is to calm my racing mind when it's not necessary for me to panic, and that I need to reframe my mind to learn to see things differently. So one of the things that I've learned to see through this exercise, and step one was, how do you look at panicking in a completely different way? Something that was helping for me. So there were 3 options here. The third one, question number 3, which is, if my mind is trying to protect me, what might it be afraid of? This is something that I was able to think of in a moment of panic, whereas the other 2 just didn't quite, I just never could get there. When I'm in the moment of panic, I'm not thinking as sharp as right now, for example. And then the second step was do something differently. So when my mind starts to race, there's 3 options again. The one that worked for me was to whisper that I'm safe right now. And that alone was enough for me to realize, okay, I'm in a panic mode right now, and I need to go back to safety. So number 3 was really helpful for me. And then there was also a 4th option, do another practice that can help me return to safety. What I ended up writing down was I would search for my heartbeat feeling without having to put my hand on my heart. So that's something that really works for me. It doesn't have to necessarily work for you. This is for me personally. For me, when I search for my heartbeat, I search for the feeling. And when I feel it, I can sense how fast it's going. When I'm panicking, I'm a different person. So what I noticed was, as I'm panicking in that moment, this is the only thing that actually worked for me. So I highly recommend that you tailor this and you edit this for you and make sure you find something that is comforting for you, something that you know that you can do during the moment of panic. So, and then step number 3 is notice the past behavior. Well, I hated this part. And the reason why I hated this part is because I had to tell the truth to myself. And the truth was I would go in offense or defense about everything. I didn't like the fact that I was doing that. I also didn't like the fact that I had to admit to myself that this was something that I was doing. Some of these answers are hard to write down, but I have no problem doing that because this is about improving myself and getting better. Now, step number 4 was imagine my better self. I did that. So I sat down and I imagined what a better version of me could look like. And what I wrote down was, I will be someone that is able to stay calm in the middle of chaos. I do not panic and I stay calm, although there's lots of chaos around me. This is the kind of person that I aspire to be. Step 5, which is based on that future self that I could be, what's one small win that I was able to create today? And for me, that was searching for my heartbeat. I've tried the other things, just wouldn't really work for me as well. I noticed that I was able to search my heartbeat. And when I search my heartbeat, I become aware of how fast it's going. And I also become aware of the fact that there's no danger. So I tell myself, return to safety. And this has worked wonders for me. It really works. I've tried it multiple times and it helped me come back to safety and be back into a normal mode of being. Here's 2 moments where I panicked. In the first moment, I did realize that I went into this automatic response mode where I started to defend myself, even when it wasn't necessary. I didn't get it right. It's okay. Let's move on. I realized afterwards, obviously, that I immediately started to defend myself. This is a great example of panic hits. I go into defense, it's automatic, and it's difficult to be aware of our actions and our words. The second time I had this little panic attack, I was at home. The reason why I panicked was unexpected, and I did not know what to do with the situation at first. I could sense my heartbeat. It was going up, and I remember also vividly that I started telling myself, return to safety, because I knew I didn't have to react in the moment. It wasn't necessary. I had time, so I took some time to reflect. So what I did was search for my heartbeat again. And this is an example of that was the easiest thing for me to do. Honestly, I forgot about all the other things. I know the options were there. I just simply forgot about all the other things. The only thing I was able to remember in that moment when the panic hits was search for your heartbeat. I could feel my heartbeat. I didn't put my hand there, but I could feel my heartbeat. And then I was like, it's beating fast. You're panicking. And there's no reason for you to panic. You're fine. You're okay. You can go back. So I told myself, whispered in my mind to myself, return to safety. You're safe. It's okay. Return to safety. You're safe now. It's okay. And I could sense that I was slowly coming back. And then I did some breathing exercises. I started breathing in and breathing out very slowly so that it would help me come back to my normal state of being. Those two episodes were very interesting. Those are the two that I actually remembered to do this exercise and implement what I said I was going to do, and it was successful. So I'm really happy that this was a great week. I had 2 panic attacks. Both of them were successful. I was able to remember one thing and seeing things differently. I remembered that my body is just trying to protect me, and there's something that I might be afraid of. So I tried to figure out what that thing was. I didn't remember any of the other things. That's the bad thing. And the same thing for step number 2. I said I was going to put my hand and whisper, blah, blah, blah. I didn't do it. The only thing I was able to do in that moment was to search for my heartbeat. So again, this is to let you know that you have to do what works for you. I created this tool and this exercise. Only one of them really worked for me. You have to think about something that comforts you and makes you feel safe and make it unique to yourself and what you need. Do something that feels good for you and feels safe for you so that you can teach your body to return to safety whenever you're having a panic attack. So what do you do when panic hits? There's a tool that you can use. You can download this for free on empoweredliving.com. And I will also drop the link in the description below. This was exercise number 1. Now, the next exercise we're going to work on is the moment my body warns me and lets me know that I'm not safe. How do I recognize the stress triggers? This is something that I'm not great at yet, and I'm trying to learn to do better. So this is the next exercise. How do I recognize my stress triggers? How do I recognize the very first signs of stress? I'm going to let you know how things went for me. We do these exercises with truth and courage. I'm not saying that these things are easy. They're not easy. This is very uncomfortable for me to do. I think twice before I turn on this camera. It's uncomfortable, but I've decided that I'm going to do this. I highly believe that whatever I do here and I share with you, there's going to be somebody on the other side also dealing with panic attacks, and that could learn something from my panic attacks and the way I deal with panic attacks and how I navigate this whole situation. And maybe you can find something useful. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. What is your way of dealing with panic attacks? Let me know what worked for you. You can also let me know the parts that did not work for you. If you're planning to pick up one of these exercises, let me know in the comment section below. The link is right there. You can download this for free. If you want to do this, I highly recommend you do this, but do it with truth and courage. You can do this too, because I figured out how to win my hardest inner battles, and then I give you the exact tools so you can win yours. My name is Chris Kasonga. Keep living an empowered life.